is if I'm theoretically correct. Either way, even if I'm theoretically incorrect, it's gonna bake your noodle even more. Either way, your noodle's getting fucked. It's getting fully baked to the bone.
Because you don't have a field anymore. You don't have the source of existence in your equations. So everything becomes weird. But at the time, there was some hope because this guy, Max Planck, had found something that actually is what led the red line to like cut through in the physics I wrote, which is the fact that he found there was a fundamental relationship between h bar, the gravitational constant, Newtonian gravitational constant that we measure in laboratory, and the speed of light, which we measure in laboratory too. So these are three fundamental constants, and he noticed there was a relationship between them, an important relationship, and it was called the Planck units eventually. This relationship is the square root of h bar g multiplied by g divided by the speed of light cubed gives the Planck length. It gives a length. When you solve for all the units of every one of these, three fundamental constants, you get a length. It's like the universe is giving you a length from fundamental constants. This is the only non-arbitrary length we have. Okay? Because like the inch, and the foot is like the foot of some king, the meter is like the thing around the world. It's not fundamental. It's humans that came up with measurements. But here is the universe that came up with the measurement. It gives you a link. And when you rearrange these constants, you can get, a mass, you can get a time, you can get a temperature, and a density for this length, right? So it has a mass, it has a little energy, because basically the length you found, remember, there's h bar in it. So the length you found, I put h bar, but if I did put h, then I would have 2 pi on the bottom, right? Remember? So the length you found is actually like the length of the fundamental oscillator of creation. So now you found the fundamental pixel of the universe.
All right, let me read what I just commented. So I said, let me move the mic a little closer. I think one of the biggest keys to these philosophical questions is that everything should initially be proposed theoretically from both directions. Don't start with this is the answer, start with theoretically if this is true, what follows? Then immediately flip it. Theoretically if this is not true, what follows? Example, theoretically if space-time has a smallest meaningful scale, what consequences should reality show? Theoretically, if it doesn't, what would an infinitely divisible space-time imply? Same method with the ultimate question. Theoretically, if God, fundamental intelligence, exists, what should we expect reality to look like? Theoretically, if no fundamental intelligence exists, what must an impersonal foundation explain instead? That's how you expose the paradox without accidentally assuming where are we at? Without accidentally assuming your preferred answer. If A, follow the consequences. If not A, follow the consequences too. Then compare both with reality. The word theoretically doesn't solve the mystery by itself. It solves a huge problem with how we approach the mystery. It lets both possibilities onto the table before we decide which explanation fits better. Because reality doesn't give a shit which answer we wanted. Theoretically, if I'm right, theoretically, if I'm wrong, let reality break the tie. Now, I do need to add that guy's quote. David Hilbert. I'm going to post this under Nassim Haramean's actual post. Because I follow Nassim Haramean on Facebook. And he posted this on his Facebook. So I'm going to comment under his actual post.
Because you don't have a...
And I really hope he sees it. Because he's the type of guy we need to know this sort of information. Because he's on my level. He understands how to actually explain things. So I really hope he sees my comment. I just posted it. I'll show you. So I just posted this under Nassim Haramean. Alright, I'm going to get ready to jump on Overwatch too. Let's read what I just added on to the final comment. Here it is. And this is one of my favorite quotes from David Hilbert. Fits this perfectly. In mathematics, the art of asking questions is more valuable than solving problems. That's the fucking noodle. Hilbert understood something incredibly important. Before you can solve a problem correctly, you have to know how to ask the problem correctly. And that's exactly what I'm proposing here. Don't immediately ask, does God exist? Ask both. Theoretically, if God exists, what follows? Theoretically, if God does not exist, what follows? Then keep asking questions until the consequences of those competing possibilities become clear. Sometimes the breakthrough isn't immediately finding the answer, it's finally asking the question in a way that doesn't already contain your fucking answer. That's why the question itself can be part of the solution. Ask both sides theoretically, follow both sides logically, then let reality decide which side survives. Hilbert brought the noodles, I'm just putting them in the fucking oven. I want to make sure my post got commented. It looks like it did. I hope he reads that. All right, Nassim Haramean is one of my favorites. All right, I'm getting on Overwatch. Let me load up my TikTok live. Yo, we got a new unreleased Oliver Tree song. All right, I'm loading up Overwatch. And I'm loading up TikTok. I like to do a 30-minute to 1 hour stream for TikTok. When I start up my stream. Hold on, let me fix this camera. For God's sake, it's always so fucking off. Alright, that's pretty good. Here, let's do this. That looks a lot better. Alright. And I just have to promote my live stream on TikTok. Oh, give me a second. I have to piss. Alright, I'm back. Let me load up Overwatch. Alright, I'm going live on TikTok as soon as Overwatch actually loads. Let me reply to this TikTok comment. If there is something, there will never be nothing again. Exactly. This guy gets it. This guy gets it. I mean, that's theoretically, but that is what theoretically makes the most sense. Alright, I'm gonna go live on TikTok. 1 second. So I just replied to someone on TikTok. And he said, if there is something, there will never be nothing again. I replied, yes, and I should make one important distinction. I'm proposing this theoretically too. I agree with you. Theoretically, that seems correct to me as well. If something exists and existence can never return to absolute nothing, then the really interesting question becomes, was absolute nothing ever actually possible? Because theoretically, if absolute nothing once existed, there would be no matter, energy, space, time, laws, information, consciousness, God, literally nothing from which a change could occur. So how does nothing suddenly become something? Flip it around. Theoretically, if absolute nothing was never possible, then something must exist necessarily or eternally in some form. And personally, that's the direction I think the reasoning points towards. But I'm deliberately not saying we've proven it. That's the whole method I've been talking about. Theoretically, if, follow the consequences. Theoretically, if not, follow the consequences too. Then let reality decide which explanation actually survives. So I agree with your noodle. Theoretically, something may have always existed. And if that's correct, the giant question becomes, what the fuck is the eternal something? Energy, reality itself, a fundamental intelligence, God, something completely unknown? That's the noodle I'm trying to... It's one or the other. It's A or fucking B. That's what makes it so perplexing and so fascinating, is it's generally speaking, theoretically, it's A or B. It's God or it isn't God. Theoretically speaking, it's God or it is not God. That is theoretically speaking, though. Theoretically, it must be God or it must not be God. Unless, theoretically, somebody can come up with a fucking C. Theoretically, it could be anything, but theoretically, A or B defines everything. Everything falls between A or B. Theoretically speaking, unless somebody can state otherwise, what other theory is being proposed? Who can propose an alternative theory? Theoretically, there is no other third theory. There isn't A, B, C. Theoretically speaking, one can't just propose theoretically it's C and then also not theoretically propose what C might actually be and explain how does that not fall under A or B. So theoretically, they would have to explain how does their theoretical theory not fall under A or B, and how does it make it C?
Vote for your mouth.
I propose that theoretically, you can never propose theory C theoretically, because theoretically, any theory that falls under C ultimately falls under A or B. How would it not fall under A or B? I've yet to see anybody propose a valid solution or a valid theoretical solution even. They can't even propose a theoretical solution to it. That's why I try to say it's like they don't even know what they're even trying to say. If you propose C, theoretically you don't even know what you're trying to say. Theoretically. Theoretically, what you're saying makes absolutely no sense at all. That's theoretically. You try to explain it to them. Theoretically, you're proposing hypothesis B. It's like they barely even know that they're proposing hypothesis B when you point it out to them. Like, theoretically, you haven't created a new hypothesis. You're just generalizing your own hypothesis theoretically as being a new C. You can propose your hypothesis as C, but theoretically, if it doesn't form any theoretical alternative, you're basically just proposing hypothesis A or B. Either There's intelligence behind the fundamental of reality itself, or there's not. It's either A or B. There's intelligence behind it, or there is not. How can you theoretically propose a C without it falling between A or B? They act like their hypothesis falls between or outside of A or B. Theoretically, it will always fall within A or B. The only thing that comes close to a C is proposing that absolute nothing was the origin. That is as close as we come to a theoretical hypothesis C, and yet that still falls under B. Theoretically, saying that nothing created everything falls under hypothesis B, that it's non-intelligent. Because now you're proposing nothing created everything, which still falls under non-intelligence. It was nothing that did it. Non-intelligence. So you're still proposing hypothesis B. It still doesn't even conclude a hypothesis C. Theoretically. And theoretically, they propose themselves to be so fucking smart. How? Where do they get that they're so smart and intelligent proposing an alternative hypothesis? Theoretically, they don't even know what they're trying to say, and I've been trying to explain that. Like, sir, theoretically, you've made a gigantic miscalculation. Theoretically, you don't even know what you're saying. Theoretically, you must be absolutely incorrect. Theoretically, there's 0% probability that you're even correct. But they can't wrap their mind around it because theoretically, they don't even know what they're trying to say. What they're really trying to say is, theoretically, I might be correct. That's all they're trying to say. But what do they say that? No, they don't propose that. They don't know how to say that. They don't know what they're trying to say. How am I going to take somebody serious that doesn't even know what they're trying to say? You don't even know what you're trying to say. Theoretically, if I listen to you, I'm listening to somebody highly unintelligent, less intelligent than I am. Theoretically, that would make me stupid if I was gonna take your answer, your theoretical answer, solution for it, when you have proposed a theoretical solution that makes absolutely zero fucking sense. Theoretically, I would be stupid as fuck. Theoretically, I'd be stupid to confirm your solution as not being theoretical. But they're trying to propose that's not theoretical. That's not theoretical. It absolutely is theoretical. How could that not be theoretical? They're basically saying, well, take my word for it. It's not theoretical. Okay, well, take my word for it. I'm not theoretically just proposing my solution is correct. Now I'm just going to state untheoretically my solution is correct. So they might as well be saying, untheoretically, I'm correct. Whereas opposed to, I say, theoretically, I'm correct. I don't say, untheoretically, I'm correct. Why would anybody propose what they're trying to say like that? Oh, untheoretically, I'm correct. That makes absolutely no fucking sense. Untheoretically, I'm correct, guys. Untheoretically. That's what they're saying. Untheoretically, I'm correct. But yet I propose, theoretically, you're incorrect, and theoretically, I must be correct. There's a gigantic difference between how you say that. Theoretically, I'm correct. Yo, we're fucked. Theoretically, we're fucked here.
My task is the best round lost. Complete. Score 0-1.
Untheoretically, I'm correct. They might as well just be saying, well, I'm right because I'm right.
Can't change the world by
Theoretically, that's what they're actually trying to say. That's actually what they propose. But they don't even know that that's what their proposal is.
I am prepared.
I'm right because I'm right. Who the fuck would ever take that serious? You'd have to be highly unintelligent.
1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Hey guys, untheoretically, I'm correct. Does that make any fucking sense? Who the fuck would propose that? Untheoretically, I'm correct. Yo, what up with the DPS?
I will fix that.
Untheoretically, I'm proposing my solution to be absolutely correct. 100% without a shadow of a fucking doubt. Untheoretically, unfucking theoretically, I propose my solution is 100% fucking correct. Get them out of here. Who invited them to the philosophical debate? That is not philosophical. That's like listening to a 5-year-old say, I'm right because I'm right. Get them out of here. This is a college fucking debate. This is not a fucking kindergarten debate. You're debating kindergarten level. We're debating college level.
Let the kitsune guide you.
This is beyond a college level debate. Go back to kindergarten. Get the fuck back to kindergarten, where you belong.
This ends now.
Debate that with the 5-year-olds that don't know what the fuck they're trying to say. Debate that with the kindergartner that's just saying, I'm right because I'm right. You might as well be debating with the fucking kindergartner. Where you belong. You belong in kindergarten. You belong in fucking preschool. That's how unintelligent they propose their solution. They belong in fucking preschool. You do not belong here, my boy. You're a long ways away from making it to the fucking classroom. You got a long way to go. You got a very long way to go. You're down here, we're up here. My boy, you're a long shot. You're a long shot. You're longer than a galaxy away on a shot. You're taking shots galaxies stretch across the fucking galaxy. My boy, you're highly unintelligent. You're unintelligent on a whole new level.
Cleaning house.
Missteps still lead forward.
Attack the objective.
I got a song for them. All of the people that don't know how to theoretically propose their solution, this song is for you. My boy, you do not belong here. Take a seat, get off of the microphone, learn to put your words into words correctly, and until then, don't come back up to the stand. Take a seat. Let us people that know what we're talking about talk. You're doing a lot of talking, but you're not making zero fucking sense. This song is for you.
So when we were thinking of a cover to do, there's a lot of different songs that came up, but
You do not belong here, my boy.
this song, which is Creep from Radiohead, to do, and this song really gave me a lot of strength.
Hold on, let me have Radiohead
every
sing
time
it.
I heard it, and I want to dedicate it to all the kids.
I'm gonna have
and
Radiohead. I didn't know. I thought it was actually by Korn. It's actually by Radiohead. Let's hear the Radiohead version. This is your song, my boy. You sure as fuck don't belong in the fucking classroom. You sure as fuck don't deserve to be holding the fucking microphone. You do not belong here, my boy. Let somebody do the work that knows how to do the fucking work.
Select your hero.
Float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish wish I was special. You're so fucking special. But I'm a creep. I'm a
You'd be much better off just singing this song
what the hell am I doing?
and let your fucking debate rest in peace. At least go out with the fucking bang.
Don't care for you. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. So fucking special.
Cassidy said he wanted a bigger
I
grenade.
wish I was
So I built
special.
him one. He said, no, this is too large.
But I'm a creep.
Well, he should have been more clear.
I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Whatever makes you happy.
Let off some steam.
So fucking special.
Enemy spotted. I'm overloading. Pretty useful.
I got the ultimate out. I'm happy about it.
Let's get to work. I'm overloading.
Nanoboost administered.
Scanning.
Surrender.
And ready to go. Earthing the build.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I'm surprised I made it out of there. Oh, wait. I thought I did.
Why you walking all over me like the streets of liquid gold? You cold.
I'm overloading.
Girl, you're superficial. Those dollar bills don't miss you. You're worth your weight in gold. Money, what's your making call? I spent it all. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you what.
Oh my fucking...
Maximum strength. Heads fold and ready to go. I've high hopes for you. Turning up my heat. Pick on someone your own size.
Moira's diving me, bro.
Turning up the heat.
Crush their progress. 60 seconds.
Welcome to the circuit. Welcome to the circuit. Every day is a circus all in my brain.
Fire at will.
Flying cars and no ring of fire, no escape. My teeth are falling out my mouth. I'm screaming but no words come out. Flashing lights, there's no exercise in my leg. Spinning you round and round, round. Step right up, shut your mouth. I'll chew you up, spit you out. Welcome to the circus. Welcome to the circus. Take your seat, scream and shout, 'cause I'm the one that's taking the center. Welcome to the circus.
God, this team blows.
I'm juggling your darkest thoughts. It's a spectacle, I'm the final boss. Paint my face and they clap and smile. I'm so outrageous, I'm so in style. But when the curtains close, did you like the show? They love it when you lose control. Spinning you round and round. Everything's upside down. Step right up, shut your mouth. I'll chew you up, spit you out. Welcome to the circus. Welcome to the circus. Take your seat, scream and shout, 'cause I'm the one they're talking about. Welcome to the circus. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Welcome to the circus.
Your work is a hypothesis. Prove it.
This song is lit.
Please choose one of two operating modes. Stone Cold Killer. Adjusting settings. Selected mode. Stone Cold Killer. Harry slaughtering.
Got him!
Over here.
وليهم قوتك. Kill the Mahal.
God, this team fucking blows. Our team fucking blows. dead. Okay. Oh, this team blows. Oh, fuck. Get me off of this team.
Vote for your map. Select your hero.
Oh gosh, not this guy again. I got somebody on my Brian Tabar quotes page trying to argue that they're untheoretically correct. And they don't even know that they're arguing that they are untheoretically correct. That's how dumb they are. I gotta try to find his post. What did he say this time? He says the absolute dumbest shit.
Traveling to Prague. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Plenty of bombs to go around. Okay, come to me.
He's untheoretically proposing, but he's actually theoretically trying to propose his solution. But he claims it's untheoretical.
I see a hostile.
That is theoretical. These people, how dumb are they? So they're theoretically proposing their theory as the solution when they imply that they are untheoretically proposing their solution. But that's theoretically speaking. Theoretically means no absolute guarantee. Untheoretical means there's an absolute guarantee that they're correct. 100%. It's untheoretically proposing your theory means that you're 100%. There's no possibility that you're incorrect. They don't understand that. They're too fucking dumb. I'm gonna show you guys the posts. Give me a second. After this match, I'll show you. How do these people get so fucking stupid? Lucifer, he's working overtime, bro.
Score 0-1.
I promise to take this one serious.
God damn it. I hate when I'm in the middle of a fucking match and I'm trying to fucking explain something to some dipshit. People, keep your motherfucking kids in school, bro. They're getting dumber and fucking dumber every fucking year. They're supposed to be getting smarter, but they're getting fucking dumber.
Can't keep a bad lad down.
Misery made manifest.
Is it Ghost? Oh, yeah, and we're the ones who suck. Look at Ghost. Running into a fucking wall. Great one, Ghost. He's so fucking good. Look at him. He doesn't run into fucking walls.
I ain't quitting. What a love! We have liftoff! Fire in the hole!
When we
Stick up a lip now. You've come back from worse.
All right, let me get this fucking. All right, let me show you guys who I'm about to roast here. How do these
Do you
people
think you
get
could
so
legitimately
fucking
beat
stupid?
Magnus Carlsen?
All right, I got a reply for him. Check it out. He is untheoretically proposing it. I gotta see if this dipshit wrote back. Hold on, let me move this over to my main screen. We're taking a quick break. I'll drop you guys a link to this if you guys want it. Holy shit, look at the stupidity. Look at the let me show you his first post. If you guys want to get in on this, whether you're for or against the argument, feel free to get in on it. I mean, this is a debate. This isn't fucking I'm right, you're wrong. Like, they're acting like it's fucking kindergarten, bro. Hold on, let me get you guys the link. All right, I'm going to drop you guys the link real quick. Now, let me show you Steve's first post. I'm going to see if there's any new comments on this. It's like 50%. 50% are trying to say God doesn't exist untheoretically, and then 50% are saying God exists untheoretically. It goes both ways. They need to stipulate theoretical. They don't know how to say that. All right, so Steve Thomas is the guy we're roasting at the moment. Hold on. TikTok's been going for an hour. I'm going to end TikTok. Come to my live stream over on the other streams if you guys want to come check it out. All right, let me post this last stream on TikTok while I'm at it. Okay. I'm seeing if he wrote back yet. Not yet. Let's see if he wrote back. I already replied to him. No evidence proved that God exists. No shit! Where did anybody say untheoretically speaking? No one said untheoretically speaking. They act like I said untheoretically speaking. When did I ever say untheoretically speaking? That's why they're so dumb. I never said untheoretically speaking. How are these people so fucking dumb? All right, I'm going to show you guys the first roast we got going on this guy here. Wait, TikTok Studio. I'm going to post my last stream. Wait, no, I need to go to TikTok Live or whatever the fuck it is. It's Live Tools. I need to go to Live Creator Hub. The Live Creator Hub. And post my, oh, not the Live Creator Hub, but the Live Studio. Live Tools, Live Center. Live recordings, my last stream, posted. If there is something, there it is. Okay, let's continue to this argument. Nobody said untheoretical. They act like I said untheoretical. Where did I ever say untheoretical? These people are dumber than a fucking rock, bro. They're too stupid. They're just too fucking stupid. Listen to this. Look at Steve Thomas. Look at how dumb this dumb shit is. Steve Thomas from Oklahoma says, no provable, believable, factual evidence for existence of the existence of deity. Point all you'd like. Just show provable facts. What about you? You have no provable facts. There's no... It's all theoretical. Everything they're saying is theoretical. Theoretically, if you're right. They might as well just say that. Well, theoretically, if I'm correct. Yeah, that's theoretically if you're correct. All right, so Steve. First of all, where did I ever say I was untheoretically correct? Look at this. I think I found a new way to ask humanity's oldest question. Not, can I prove God? So I'm stating right at the very beginning on the second fucking sentence, this is theoretical. This is, all I'm saying is absolutely theoretical. Not where did I state this is untheoretical? He's already missed the gigantic fucking disclaimer. Because he's too fucking stupid to comprehend language. But if we put the major explanations for existence into competition, where does the total evidence point? Now he can state his opinion. That's his opinion that it doesn't point that way. That's his own opinion. That's his theoretical opinion. That's not his untheoretical opinion. Where is he getting that his theory is untheoretical? That's theoretical. I call it the divine deduction theory. My philosophical conclusion, God must have. So I'm still stating God must have theoretically. No absolute guarantee. I've already stated that. It's theoretical. No absolute guarantee. But don't just agree with me, try to break it. So he's trying to break it untheoretically, but yet still doesn't even know what he's proposing, doesn't even know what he's trying to say, and yet expects people like us that have intelligence to take him serious. But we notice the fallacy in his actual argument. Like, your argument has this gigantic fucking leak. Steve, get back to preschool. Start at preschool, Steve. You need to get back to preschool. Work your way up. You got a long way to go, Steve. Read the full theory. Notice how I said theory. Theory. The cosmic coin is spinning. Which way do you call it? God, eternal intelligence, or no ultimate intelligence? So state what you propose the coin is going to land on. Theoretically, not untheoretically. I theoretically said the coin is going to land on eternal intelligence. I have never said untheoretically. And I'm proving what I'm saying because I just read to you everything that I stated. So, where did I say untheoretical? Where does it stipulate this is untheoretical? Now look at Steve Thomas jumping into the fucking rodeo. No believable, no, right away he's coming at us untheoretical. Like there's absolutely no way he's incorrect. Look at the way he's jumping into the rodeo. Riding the bull. No believable factual evidence for existence of deity. Point all you like, just show proof. Same with you. Where's your provable facts? You can point all you like, show provable facts. You're stating all that untheoretically. Like it's untheoretical. But in reality, everything he's saying is theoretically speaking. So he's theoretically speaking, but he understands himself to be untheoretically proposing and speaking. I don't see any sort of connection to his theory being untheoretical. Where the fuck is his argument? Where does it become untheoretical? So now we roast Steve. We say, okay, Steve, let's activate the God mode mirror method. You said no believable factual evidence for the existence of deity, just show provable facts. All right, my turn. So remember, he's stating everything untheoretically. So I'm going to mirror him and state everything untheoretically. This is what it looks like when you untheoretically state and propose your theory. So here's my untheoretical proposal. There is no believable factual evidence proving ultimate reality is non-intelligent. Just show provable facts. So I just did what he did. I stated it untheoretically. There, H1 wins. God exists. Case closed. Untheoretically. That's what it looks like when you untheoretically propose your theory. I'm doing what he's doing to demonstrate what he's doing. Wait, that didn't actually prove anything, did it? I simply announced the opposite conclusion with the same confidence you use. There's the point. You saying there's no evidence for deity, so He's stating there's no evidence for deity. That's theoretically speaking. He proposes it like that's untheoretical. So remember, what is the difference between theoretical and untheoretical? Theoretical proposes there is no absolute guarantee. So when you theoretically propose it, you're basically stating, without stating, there's no absolute guarantee that this is correct. But when you theoretically propose it, it's like you're stating there's 0% chance you're incorrect. It's proposing you're 100% correct. Doesn't become true because you confidently typed it. Just like me saying there's no evidence for a mindless foundation. The worst part about his follow-up comment is he's saying the exact same thing that he said the first time. So now he's repeating his untheoretical theory, his untheoretical argument that he proposes untheoretically. Doesn't magically prove God. Now we're finally staring at the actual question. A or B? Intelligence or non-intelligence? You want evidence for H1? Absolutely. Well, I'd like evidence for H2. Where the fuck is your evidence? Two wrongs don't make a fucking right, bruh. He acts like since there's no evidence on H1, that automatically makes him right. Well, I can propose the thing. Well, you propose no evidence for H2. Now that automatically makes me correct. Now we're back in the same fucking boat. You want evidence for H1? Absolutely. If I'm arguing H1, I have to defend it. But if you go beyond I'm unconvinced and positively claim ultimate reality contains no deity intelligence, congratulations. You picked up the same burden as me. You have just as much to prove as I have to prove. So how the fuck does he get that he is able to prove it? So let's use your standard. Show me the experimentally established fact that ultimate reality is non-intelligent. Where is he getting his evidence? Where is he able to prove that that's untheoretical? He can't prove that's untheoretical. Where was it measured? Who calculated it? Where is the observation of ultimate reality demonstrating the absence of intelligence? Where are the facts, Steve? Where is your evidence, Steve? You're missing all that fucking evidence. Oh shit, suddenly we're both standing at the edge of reality holding hypotheses. So apparently he doesn't propose a hypothesis, yet he proposes a hypothesis. And I'm trying to wake him up, shake some sense into him. Like, you're proposing a hypothesis. Welcome to DDT, Steve. And I'm not going to say Steve can't prove H2, therefore H1 wins. That would be the same shitty reasoning backwards. So that's like him saying, well, I can't prove H1, therefore H2 wins. What's the difference if I do the same fucking shit to him? Well, you can't prove H2, I must be right. That's what he's saying. Well, I can't prove H1, so he's right. Same with you. You can't prove H2. Well, now that makes me fucking right. So who the fuck is right? That would be the same shitty reasoning backwards. Instead, both hypotheses are on the table. Notice how I said both hypotheses. They're both hypotheses. They're both hypotheses. What evidence favors each? What does each explain? What assumptions does each require? What evidence would change our minds? That's the debate. He wants to skip the whole debate. He acts like there's no debate in it. Oh, there's no debate in this one. I don't accept your answer. Is not evidence for your answer. And there's no evidence. Is itself a claim about the evidence. So him stating H1 has no evidence, that's a hypothesis. That's hypothetically stating there's no evidence. That's not untheoretically stating there's no evidence. That's theoretically stating there's no evidence. So he theoretically claims there's no evidence. Theoretically, there's no evidence, not untheoretically. So now show your work. All right, now I also had a follow-up reply for Steve. And Steve, there's another part that's absolutely killing me. You're walking into the arena asking, where's the evidence? Show me the argument. Brother, you are commenting under the giant fucking video that is literally pointing you toward my argument and the evidence I'm proposing. Notice I use the word proposing. So that falls under theoretically proposing, theoretically demonstrating, theoretically presenting. It's like walking into a restaurant, sitting underneath a 14-foot neon menu and screaming, does anybody here have a menu? And it's above your fucking head. Steve, look up. The short is introducing the question and pointing you toward the larger DDT framework, where I explain what I'm proposing, how I'm reasoning about it, and why I think the evidence points towards H1. You may read the entire thing and still conclude, Brian, I think your evidence sucks. Yeah, that's his opinion. That's still theoretical. He theoretically believes my evidence sucks. That's theoretical. That's not untheoretical. Perfect. Then attack the actual evidence. Tell me which premise fails. Tell me which inference doesn't follow. Give me the stronger alternative. But coming underneath the fucking signpost yelling, where's the sign? While the arrow is practically smacking you in the forehead is absolutely spectacular. You came looking for the question humanity has wrestled with for thousands of years and somehow missed the giant fucking video pointing toward the exact investigation you're asking me to provide. So he's already asking, where's your investigation? Where's your research? Yet I have an entire fucking website dedicated to the investigation, dedicated to the research. So he's acting like I didn't fucking put a website there. Now follow the arrow, then come back and try to break it. That's when we actually have something interesting to debate. Show your work. God mode mirror deactivated. Your move. Now that we're gonna get into that. You guys can check out all this fucking shit on your own. I'm just replying to the latest comment, going over the latest comment. Notice how 50% of the comment section agrees, theoretically, God must exist, while 50% of the comment section disagrees, but they present their theory like it's untheoretical. No evidence prove that God exists. We've already roasted him. You can check that out on your own time. And now we're getting back to Steve Thomas here. Notice how Steve Thomas says basically the same exact thing that he said right before. So here comes Steve Thomas at preschool level fucking debate mode. There are no data proving the existence of deity. Atheism works well. Try it. Humans were not born with any original sin or any of the true evils of what religion brings upon us. Preach all you want, pray all you want, and it'll still never work out in your favor. Religion's the very best. Religion's the very best at bringing out the worst in mankind. Again, he's theoretically proposing his theories. Like, he has solved the problem. He didn't solve anything. He's simply stating his own belief. He might as well just be just as religious as every other person that is religious. Steve, here's the exact problem with your argument. You're presenting your conclusion untheoretically, meaning you're speaking as though your conclusion is an absolute 100% guaranteed fact. I'm doing almost the exact opposite. I'm proposing my conclusion theoretically. And theoretically means I'm explicitly allowing this could be wrong. So he proposes he cannot be wrong. I propose I could be wrong. There's his first contradicting statement. My position. Theoretically, if God exists, what should we expect? Theoretically, if God doesn't exist, what should we expect instead? I propose both fucking sides. Then I compare them and conclude that I personally think the evidence and reasoning point more strongly toward God. But notice what you just did. So he doesn't even know what he just did. That also proves more that he's less intellectual than I am. Of course, that's theoretically speaking. There are no data. Prayer will never work. Atheism works. Those aren't being presented as hypotheses. You're willing to test against their opposites. You're stating them as though you've already eliminated every competing possibility. That's the fucking paradox. You're criticizing me for believing something while I'm explicitly saying theoretically I could be wrong. Meanwhile, you're effectively saying my conclusion is just what reality is. Okay, then demonstrate the certainty. To justify God absolutely does not exist, you'd need more than saying you haven't seen convincing evidence for God. Absence of conclusive proof for X does not automatically prove not X. Here's the mirror. If I said God exists, guaranteed, there is zero possibility I'm wrong, you'd immediately ask, how the fuck do you know that? And you'd be right to ask. So I'm asking the exact same thing when certainty comes from the other direction. How did you eliminate the alternative? That's my framework. That's why my framework says theoretically H1, God fundamental intelligence, theoretically H2, an impersonal fundamental reality. Follow both. Test both. Compare both. If H2 ultimately explains reality better, I want to know that. If H1 explains it better, you should want to know that. Otherwise, neither of us investigating reality, we're just protecting our beliefs. I'm putting theoretically in front of my own belief. You're removing it from yours. And that's what I'm challenging you to notice. Don't give me certainty. Give me the reasoning that earns the certainty. He acts like what he proposes is untheoretical. Yet it's absolutely theoretical. How do these people get so fucking stupid?
Up against it all. In summer
If it was untheoretical, we'd know the fucking answer. He acts like we know the fucking answer. He's basically sitting there proposing, but we already know the answer. No, we don't already know the fucking answer. Where do you get we already know the fucking answer? There's no difference than him just standing there arguing, I'm right because I'm right. If that's his proposal, there's no difference if I do the same fucking thing. Well, I'm right because I'm right. What's the fucking difference? The biggest difference is I understand what he's proposing, where he doesn't understand what he's proposing.
I'm up against everything, I'm up against everything, I'm up against everything else. I'm up against everything, I'm up against everything, I'm up against myself. I'm up against it all. When summer ends, it depends on the leaves seem to fall. Maybe I changed and maybe I stayed the same. I'm up against it every day. Someone better give me a break. This was all just one big mistake. I'm up against myself. I'm up against everything. Someone send help. I'm up against
Where do they fucking come from?
everything. I'm up against everything else. I'm up against everything. I'm up against everything. I'm up against myself. I'm up against it all. Up against it all.
We have to stop them! Show them what you can do.
Fuck.
I'm overloading! Let's stop them in their tracks! Right in position. Baby's under attack! My baby's destroyed!
Fuck, dude.
We need to rescue the robot!
This team blows.
Bob, do something! She's gonna blow!
Fighting the bellows!
Hear my bell. Let the Kitsune guide you! Hunting them down! Activating self-destruct seat!
Guess you can learn even at this age. Pretty useful. These barrels are smoking.
Enemy forward spawn deactivated.
I've high hopes for you. Turning up the heat.
love this. Let off some steam!
Moving the barricade! I am blasting off! Thank you!
Your team is close to taking
Catching up! Now it's going to get interesting! My turret!
We're so close to the lead! Come on!
I'm overloading!
forward square. Your team has taken the lead.
See you later!
Let off some steam!
My best advice to everybody, if you're a believer in God and you find yourself in an argument with the non-believer, fuck them. Let them get in trouble. Let them get in trouble. Fuck it. Not our fucking problem. Let them get in trouble. They're so fucking smart. They have all the fucking answers. Fuck it. Go get in trouble. See if I didn't try to keep your dumb ass out of trouble.
I'm overloading!
I think it's funny. We're trying to keep them out of trouble. And we're the bad guys. Guys, we're the bad guys. We're trying to keep them from getting in fucking trouble. And we're the bad guys. Let them get in trouble. Fuck them.
Thank you!
I'm overloading!
Oops. Let them get in trouble. Fuck them.
Back at it!
It's not our fucking problem when they get fucking punished on the great day of judgment.
Must reclaim the robot.
And that's only if they do anything they're not supposed to do. If they end up fucking murdering somebody for no fucking reason, well, that's their fucking problem, not mine. I tried to tell your ass. You do something like that, your ass is gonna get in trouble. Theoretically speaking.
Hunting them down.
Them off the robot and we'll win.
If they think they're so fucking smart, let them go their own fucking way. Don't bother them.
Welcome to orbit. I'll fix that.
Just let them do whatever the fuck they want to do. If that's what the fuck they want to do, well then let them fucking do it. Just laugh on them on the great day of judgment. Laugh at them. I tried to get your dumb ass out of trouble, didn't I? But what's the problem? You're too fucking dumb. I noticed you were too fucking dumb, so I left you the fuck alone. I can't be around somebody that fucking stupid. And they wonder why we leave them the fuck alone. We're gonna leave you the fuck alone because you're too fucking stupid. You're just too fucking stupid to figure it the fuck out. Best thing you can do? You run across somebody fucking dumb as a fucking rock? Leave them the fuck alone. And if I'm the one who's dumb as fuck, I'm the one who's dumb as a fucking rock, well then just leave me the fucking alone. Okay, let me get in trouble. Fine. I'm apparently gonna get in trouble for being so fucking dumb. Just let me fucking be. Let me get in trouble. I'm the one who's gonna get in trouble for being that fucking dumb. Leave me the fuck alone. If I'm that fucking dumb, just let me get in trouble. Apparently, I'm gonna get in trouble for being so fucking dumb. If I'm so fucking dumb, let me continue to be dumb and just laugh your fucking ass off about how dumb I am. I'm providing you endless entertainment, being dumb as a fucking rock. Sit there, enjoy the fucking show, and just laugh at me. Just laugh at me. I'm so fucking dumb. Hold on, look at this post I made. That's the secret. If somebody is so fucking dumb, just let them continue to be dumb as a fucking rock. Go the other way. Have no association with the dumb fuck. Have no association with me. I'm apparently dumb as a fucking rock. Well then, why the hell would you want to associate with me? So here's a post that I made. I said, to everyone confidently saying there's no evidence God exists, I think there's a hilarious little paradox hiding inside that statement. Think about what you're actually saying. If God doesn't exist, then obviously the universe isn't evidence of something God created. But if God exists, then theoretically you could walk in outside tonight, stare into the fucking night sky, look at billions of stars, galaxies, matter, energy, physical laws, mathematics, life, consciousness, and everything around you, and potentially be staring directly at the evidence you're claiming doesn't exist. They're basically, it could be the evidence they're looking for. That's the fucking noodle. Imagine standing inside a gigantic mansion saying, I see absolutely no evidence anybody built anything around here. Of course we know somebody built a fucking mansion, but we're speaking theoretically. Apparently people don't know what the fuck theoretical means. They're too fucking stupid to know what the fuck theoretical actually fucking means. Well, if the mansion somehow assembled itself, now you're speaking untheoretical. Now you're correct. But if somebody actually did build it, then brother, you're standing inside the fucking evidence. Everything you're looking at is fucking evidence. So the fact remains, it's like everything is or is not evidence. It just depends what the solution is. What the answer is. Did somebody build it or did somebody not build it? Now, obviously, the existence of a universe by itself doesn't scientifically prove God created it. That's where competing explanations enter. H1 and H2 being the number 2 contenders. Or perhaps something humanity hasn't discovered yet. But here's what cracks me up. Humans can become so attached to their conclusion that they start interpreting their evidence through the conclusion they're supposed to be testing. Believer, look at everything. Obviously God. Non-believer, look at everything. Obviously not God. Reality. Neither one of you motherfuckers asked me. That's the paradox. If God doesn't exist, the stars aren't evidence of his creation. If God does exist and created them, those exact same fucking stars could be part of the evidence. Technically, if God exists, that is evidence. The stars don't change depending on who looks at them. Our interpretation does. And that is why I keep saying, reality does not consult our beliefs. Reality already contains the answer. We don't get to vote on it. We don't get to manifest it. We get to reject it because we don't like it. We're trying to figure out what the fuck reality is actually telling us. And that's where bias becomes hilarious. Sometimes a person might be asking, where's the evidence? What? See, I can do the same thing. They propose H2 is untheoretically the solution. Okay, where's the evidence? While potentially standing inside the fucking exhibit. Welcome back to the Noodle Factory. Apparently, we're not just questioning the evidence anymore. We're questioning whether we'd even recognize it if it was surrounding us. The key word everyone seems to forget is theoretically. It's like nobody knows what theoretically actually means. Or untheoretical. Untheoretically. I'm not saying everything exists, therefore, God, checkmate. I'm saying something much more annoying. If God actually is the explanation, then some of what people dismiss as not evidence may literally be the evidence they're asking for. And if God isn't the explanation, then we need to find out what is. They claim H2 is what is, but that's like saying H2 is what is because it is what is. That's like me saying, well, H1 is what is because it is what is. What the fuck? Either way, your belief doesn't get a vote. Reality does. I am speaking theoretically, people. Don't make me draw another fucking diagram. If I'm right, reality already knows. If I'm wrong, reality already knows that too. That's the whole fucking point. Theoretically, if I'm right. Theoretically, if I'm wrong. It could go, theoretically, it could go either way. Theoretically, reality knows. No, untheoretically, reality knows. Reality, untheoretically, reality doesn't care. Noodle Factory. Question everything. Does God exist? Paradox of perception. Follow the evidence. And then I have a follow-up noodle baker for you. Okay, here's a noodle melter. Here's another noodle melter. If you're trying to solve a question about reality, start by putting one extremely important word in front of your conclusion. Theoretically. Why? Because it separates what you believe from what reality actually is. And yes, I've deliberately applied this to both sides of my own argument. Theoretically, if God exists, what should reality look like? Would mathematical structure, physical laws, consciousness, information, intelligence, and existence itself make more sense if intelligence were fundamental? Theoretically, if God does not exist, could an eternal impersonal foundation explain everything instead? Could consciousness and intelligence emerge from something fundamentally non-intelligent? And what ultimately explains that foundation? I've looked at both sides of the fucking equation. I personally believe H1, God is the stronger explanation. But I can't simply say God exists, therefore everything proves God. Then I'm not investigating anything. I'm designing an experiment where my preferred answer automatically wins. Instead, theoretically H1, follow the consequences. Theoretically H2, follow the consequences. Compare both with reality, update your belief. Here's an example. Theoretically, if absolute nothing once existed, how does something appear? Flip it. Theoretically, if absolute nothing never existed, then something must have always existed. Holy shit. Same with consciousness. Theoretically, if consciousness becomes entirely from matter, non-conscious physical processes somehow eventually produce subjective experience. Theoretically, if consciousness is fundamental, our consciousness could instead be an expression of something deeper. Which is actually true. I don't get to fucking decide that. Neither do you. Reality does. I've even asked myself, okay, Brian, theoretically, suppose you're fucking wrong about God. Now what? Good. Follow that possibility too. If God doesn't exist, I want my reasoning to be capable of discovering that. If God does exist, I want it capable of pointing there too. Otherwise, I'm not investigating reality. I'm just building a fucking mirror that reflects whatever I already believe. And here's the important distinction. Theoretically necessary is not actually true. It means if this, then that. You can demonstrate what follows if a premise is true. Then you still have to determine whether the fucking if is actually true. So believe one person screaming. So instead of one person screaming, I believe A, another screaming, I believe B, the reality is sitting there like, cool story, motherfuckers. Now show your work. That's the Noodle Factory method. Theoretically, follow the consequences. Compare with reality. Update your belief. Don't tell reality what the answer has to be. Give reality competing theoretical explanations and see which one survives. Theoretically, H1. Theoretically, H2. Then let reality break the fucking tie. Theoretically, if I'm right. Theoretically, if I'm wrong. Theoretically, either way. Test both sides. Reality knows. Untheoretically, reality knows. Untheoretically. Why won't it let me edit this? Holy shit, how did these people get so fucking dumb? Hold on, I'll be right back. Guys, hold on, I'll be right back. I have to go remove the weeds from the sidewalk. We got a warning that we need to remove and keep the sidewalks maintained, cleared of snow and fucking weeds coming out. So it's only gonna take less than like 3 minutes to fix it. Guys, I'll be back in a minute. I gotta let my landlord know about this notice that they got. So I'll be back on in about an hour or two.